Hey, what's going on, day ones? This podcast is brought to you by a couple of phenomenal sponsors. First up, we got Rose Vogue Stylings. Ladies, are you in the market for a new purse? What about a new swimsuit? What about some earrings? The folks over at Rose Vogue Stylings, they got you covered. Please go to rosevoguestyling.com. And while you're on the website, please enter in that promo code late night. You want to make sure you're getting all of those amazing discounts. Also, if you are in the market for a lovely timepiece such as the one that I am wearing, please go to blackwatches.com. That is BLAK watches.com and enter in that promo code late night W Nate to get another fantastic discount off of quality timepieces. Again, thank you to the folks over at Rose Vogue Stylings and those at Black Watches. Now to the show. Boogie, 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 boogie. What in the?
What the hell?
What in the? Are we on the air?
Oh God!
Normally we don't start like that, but we are recording. Welcome back to your favorite late night podcast that we sometimes shoot during the day. I'm Nate Galloway.
And I'm Adrian. Boogie, 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 boogie. Brandy Bird.
And this is Late Night with Nate and Adrian. Shout out to the day ones and the new ones.
Oh, I like
Bombs.
that.
Late for you hoes. Yeah, thought it was time to, change it up a little bit.
Yeah, I like
that. Day ones and the new ones. Like, subscribe on all your MFN podcast platforms. Boogie! How are you feeling?
so much better. My gosh, I know y'all tired of hearing me complain about being sick. But my gosh, your girl has been down really bad. Really bad.
Just getting your ass whooped.
It was really no fair. My body immune system was really taking ass beatings after whoopings. It was really brutal to witness. So I am.
It's like that Canelo fight.
Yikes. When he got punched, he looked like, say word? You punched me?
You're not supposed to hit me.
I thought I was untouchable. Oh, nigga. The untouchables are the untouchables.
Man,
okay?
Get these hands.
Yeah. Oh, I definitely got them hands. I've been down bad for a couple weeks, but I will finally say,
you can breathe again.
Oh my God, man. I hate being sick. I know, folks, no one is jumping for joy when they are under the weather.
There might be that one person. I love this shit.
This is what I'm talking about. I really get to
I gotta go to work.
Right.
You know what? It's probably mamas, and it's like, you motherfuckers gonna miss me when I'm gone. So when they get sick, it's like, now you got to wait on me.
Oh, yeah. Not anymore. Listen. Yeah, no. I feel better. I'm like, I wouldn't say I'm in my tip top because, I'm also teetering 40. So I ain't never going to be in my tip top.
Yeah, once you get past, what is it? Is it 30 or 35? What would you say is when the deterioration really starts?
Began. I'd say around 35. That's when my body was like, oh, you thought you could do what you did?
You got to start stretching before you go out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've been asked a number of times from physicians, like, are you moving your body?
You'd be surprised, how that really just gotta get up and stretch a little bit.
I never realized how stationary and sedimentary I am in my world. Now that I work from home and I do most of everything at the cribbo, and
Yep.
everything is at the touch of a button on your screen,
Yep.
you start to realize, oh, this is how 600, seven
Yep.
hundred pound, 1,000 pound people
Yep.
really get in their bag.
Yep. I
They
mean,
really get
everything
in their
is
bag.
so
Yeah.
comfortable. I mean, couch, bed, like, you know what? Because couches and beds did not used to be as comfortable now as they were back in the day. Like,
Yeah.
they used to have them little coils that
Yeah.
used to be, they don't put coils in
Mattress thin
couches
as
and stuff
hell.
anymore. You know what I'm
Force
saying?
you. You got the bare
Like,
minimum of sleep of what you needed and got your
man.
ass up because you ain't want to lay back down.
You got your 6, your 8, and you was
Yeah.
up. You know. Also, we didn't have phones. You had to
Yeah.
get online. You had to go sit at the
Yeah.
computer.
It was a
You know.
movement. Yeah. That was, you had to move your body. And
We got to
as
get back
much,
to that.
yeah, as much as phones have really destroyed a lot of what we do normally, can't can't get it off my hand. Gotta be honest. It's gotta be attached to the
Would
day I die.
you would you go back to a flip phone? You know, some people are like, "Yo, I'm going back to a flip phone." Some
I
people
know
like
a couple people that are
Ed
going
Sheeran
back to
doesn't have a phone at
analog.
all. Ed Sheeran uses an iPad.
I
He
mean,
sends
but
emails.
Ed Sheeran is Ed Sheeran.
It's
Like,
also true too.
let's not get it
It's true.
twisted. If Ed Sheeran was the brother on the corner, asking for money or, you know, selling apples and oranges on the highway, I don't know about that.
Yeah, Ed Sheeran doesn't have a regular job, so you can live off an iPad and emails. Like, when's the next album coming out? I'll get back to you in a week when I check
Yeah,
my
because he
emails. You
has
can do that.
people for all that too,
That's
as
also
well.
true. That's
So
very true too. But so you could or could not do the cell phone, the scaling down.
I feel like I've scaled down already, and I'm probably going to
Okay.
scale down a little bit more just because I'm just a natural minimalist. But
Okay.
nah, I kind of need my little computer phone, my computer, handheld computer. That's really what it is. We're walking around with computers
Yeah.
and signals and airways, and we we got all this technology flying around left and right. What do I look like going back to prehistoric times? No, I'm not doing that. We're
He's like,
not doing
I
that.
don't want to be on the internet.
Yeah, which is fine.
Um, I think
Yeah,
the easy thing for that would be just delete the apps that are
that's it.
causing the frustration. You don't
Yeah,
necessarily have to. I mean, my only thing if I went back to a flip phone would be like GPS, like those types of things. I feel like would be really hard because they didn't have those on there, or you had like the slowest GPS. That would be like, it had to be like a smart flip phone, but
yeah,
in that, you know what I'm saying, it has
yeah.
to
I
have
know. I agree with you on that. Because thinking back, when we used to have MapQuest, and I had to guess of where to go,
having to keep them pages in order.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not geographically sound like a lot of people, but
East.
now that I've gotten,
Where's
the Google
East?
Maps, the Waze and whatnot, I've gotten better. Still not
Oh yeah,
100%, but I've gotten a lot better.
I know how to get home. But if you were to
Hey
say
man,
where's South, I'd be like, hey nigga, Georgia,
where do you think South is?
Tennessee.
I'll be like, your guess is as good as
I
mine
have
on this one.
no idea. I could go back to the traditional GPSs like the Garmin's. I could go back to those things. Because when your phone goes out, when
Yeah,
that phone goes out,
yeah.
like that Garmin never went out, Boogie. Like it never
No, that's
went out.
true. But that's partly because it only had one job.
I mean, that's also true too.
So, you know,
Home, work.
it was like, you sure you want to go to a new place?
It's like, hey, my guy, what are we doing? We only go two places.
Hey man, I
Oh
understand
man.
that. But how have you been?
I've been good, man. I have been good. A little under the weather like yourself. Damn, we are just broken down over here.
Yeah.
You guys know the eczema in the ear, but it hasn't really been as bad. as it normally has been. Excuse me. We just entered in fall, Boogie,
Yeah.
and it's cool, but it's not. And I say that because nobody knows what to do. Mother Nature don't know what
Yeah.
temperature she wants to be. We
Yeah.
don't know what to wear, so it's just kind of in that weird
Yeah.
limbo
Tweener.
state.
Yeah.
But nah, I'm good, man. You know, Michigan's winning. The Lions
Oh
won
God.
on
Oh
Monday Night
God.
Football. Boogie on Sports. The Lions beat the Ravens. You know, we
Oh
were all
God.
excited about that. You know, so I'm good, man. I've been coming up with some ideas for some projects,
Okay.
and talk to you about it offline. But it was one of those ones where, you know how you get like either really drunk or really high, and then some things just kind of come to you,
Sure.
and you're like, okay, let me write this down.
Regular
this,
Friday for me.
this is a great idea,
Sure.
but let me see how this really pans out when I am sober. So I was like, this is sound. I like this. Asked a couple other people, and they were like, hey man, it's kind of a good ass idea. So, you know, I'm gonna talk to you about it. So, you know, I just been kind
Okay.
of, you know, creating, chilling, doing what I do, which sometimes is a whole lot of nothing. But for me, that's a lot, you know. So, you know,
Thanks. That's
just
what's
kind
up.
of loving loving life, loving where we're at. You
Mm,
know, I had to kind of pause on the internets, the grams, man, because you know I've been getting called the N word quite a lot in my DM, Boogie,
yikers.
and I was just like, yo, this is not even fun anymore.
Yeah.
Not being called the N word, I'm just being on the gram. I'm like, this stuff is crazy. Like, it has completely changed and turned, and
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't really need to be up on here, you know. So I've kind of been enjoying my little break, um and everything. So, you know, it's just like sometimes I feel like we all need to just go and touch some grass, even the racists. You know, outside of you know,
Kimmel.
go touch some grass, man. Get offline. Like, we all need a break. You know, it's just like so that's kind of what I've been doing, and I'm
That's
just
what's
like,
up.
you know what, like, yeah, we are here. um which leads me to the grinding of
Oh.
the gears. Where is my grinds at? Bear with me, it's been a while.
You know what really grinds my gears?
Nothing, Boogie. Nothing grinds my gears this week. That is right. I know you are shocked and surprised that I am saying this. I'm just like, yeah,
That's
nothing
what's
has
up.
bothered me. I mean, there have been things that have bothered me, but I'm learning to, if you can't fix it, you can't control it. What is the point? Um,
That's really it.
it's kind of like, save it. You know, like, I'm gonna
Come on
save
over,
these.
buddy. Come on over to the don't give a fuck.
It's like, oh my god, am I maturing right before our eyes? And it's
You
like,
are.
I will save these for when I really need to explode, or when it
Yeah.
really counts. And I'm like, these are just small. It's like, you got it. But just know that the bank, it's like a battery bank. It's charging. It's
Mm.
building up. And it's just like, save it, save it, save it. 100% go time. You know, so it's kind of like that.
You know, I have a mini gripe, but it's more so it's not I wouldn't say it's like I wouldn't say it's a full throttle grind
Okay,
my
okay.
gears.
A mini
But
gear, a mini grinding. Give it to us. What's the
yeah,
mini
no,
grind?
cuz I just thought about it as you were, eloquently explaining the fact that, if it's not if it's not in your control, if it's outside of something that you can really do yourself, then you should just let it go. And I was kind of proud of myself, but also irritated at myself at this at this situation, and I felt as though it's something that I should share. So I rarely drive, but when I do, for some reason, something always happens.
You run niggas
So
over.
no. Nothing like that. So I'm done driving. I go back and drive into our garage, into a parking spot. And before I get into the actual garage, outside of the garage, there's two kids um, with skateboards. chilling, sitting on the floor, on the ground, I should say, right in front of the enter and exit part of the garage. And I was like, this is a odd place for some kids to want to sit and be married. But the garage does have a slant, so it kind of makes sense for them to use that as their, skateboard area.
Little ramp.
Yeah. So I turn into the garage and use the clicker to open up the garage door, and I see the kids, the two little kids. They're not little. I think they're like 13-ish or whatnot. They're tweeners. Yeah, they're tweeners. Yeah, they go. I see them mingling their way down to where the garage door is, and as I'm trying to park, because I don't want to drive into a parking space, I want to back into it, so I'm taking my time. And
Boogie's been a getaway driver, y'all. She's been a getaway driver before. We don't pull in.
I'm just saying, who's pulling in? Like, unless you have, if you're in a parking area, what are those called? Those little mini markets area where they're like, you can't be back. You can't be backing up in here. You got to pull in. Outside of that, I'm backing up all the time. Because you never know what's happening. But anyway, I'm parking, and this car is a nice car, so I'm trying to take my time, and I know ain't nobody watching me. I can really, fuck up if I want to, and that's okay, because I always feel like people are watching, especially women for some reason.
The pressure is on when you're back in a parallel parking, so
I don't know what it is, but I can do it. I have no issue at all knocking it out when I'm, in the air.
Are you a backup cam or are you a mirrors person? Which one are you?
Great question. And I actually use both.
Okay.
Just because that backup cam will fool you from time to time.
Oh boy.
as much as they put all the necessary settings and noises to let you know, hey ho, you close, or hey ho, you not close enough.
Items may appear closer than they say.
Yeah, I still don't solely trust that. I don't care how many cameras you got on, because this car, you can see the whole car as you're backing up, as well as they have a little part where you can see the area where you're backing up to as well. So I'm taking my time, and I'm trying to back up. I see these kids. Because the garage is going down after being up because of me. I see one kid go to the manual part of the garage of the door and press up. And another kid is holding on to the garage door to propel himself and hang as the garage door is going up. I was like, okay, maybe that was just a fun little one-time thing. No, he's jumping down as the garage door gets to the top so he won't clip his hand. And his friend is not only opening and closing the door, but he decides to jump on too to the garage door. So they're doing this back and forth. And I'm like, is this my time to be that person?
To be an adult.
Say something. To be an adult. Because I'm like, you only go do this one time. Because they were also staring at me because I was close enough to the garage door that I can see what the hell they're doing.
You know what? Both of y'all were thinking the same thing. You were like, is this my time? And they're like, is this her time?
Yeah.
Y'all were all thinking the same thing.
So they were really trying to egg me on. To me, I felt as though they were like, let's see if let's test her and see if she'll do something.
It's calling your bluff.
Really doing that, because they was checking me and they was like, I don't think she's gonna say anything. But a car came into the garage and the car like honked his horn as if to tell them kids, hey, get the hell out the way. Like, what are you doing?
Wait. What's the Philly version of jag off? Because what's the? Because that's Chicago.
Dickheads.
Okay. So did they call them dickheads, or they just honked the
They
horn?
call them dickheads. No, but they ain't call them the little tweeners dickheads. So the kids got out of the way for the car to go, and they continue on playing their little garage up, garage down door game. And I'm like, all right. So I sat in the car after I parked for like not even a minute, like 2 seconds. It was like 30 seconds, if that. And I was like, Adrian, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna say something? I had a conversation with myself, and they kept doing it. So I was like, fuck it. As soon as I opened the door, they both looked at me. I was like, okay, here we go. And these are
Now you giving yourself a speech to go talk to the kids.
yes, I am, because I honestly do not care. I usually let kids be kids, let them live their life.
Right.
But if it
Especially
affects,
during dangerous situations.
yeah, especially at this point, you got to learn for yourself. If you are having a good old time and no one's stopping you, who am I to come in and be like, hey,
You just happen to lose a finger, you know?
yeah, that's on you, kid. So I go, hey, they both stop and look at me. I'm like, do y'all live here? Y'all stay here? He's like, yeah, we stay here. I was like, all right, well, y'all not supposed to be doing that. Yeah, we stay here. I was like, all right.
What does that have to do with y'all not supposed to be doing this?
Because
We still
if
live
they,
here.
this is my thought process of why I asked that question. If they stayed here, I was going to go, which I did, to the concierge and let them know that there's some kids playing on the garage door. But the concierge, for some reason, was going through they walk. You know, they gotta walk every hour and make sure they hit all their points.
I gotta make sure there ain't no kids hanging on doors.
And I'm like, I waited like 3 minutes, and I was like, all right, this ain't worth it.
I'm gonna leave a note. Did you leave
No,
a note?
I didn't even leave a note, because at this point I'm like, shouldn't you have cameras down there? Which I'm sure they do, but at this point, this is out of my hands. I've done all I can do. So
You know what? But you hit that age of like we're seeing those memes where it's like seeing kids do shit that we would have done at that age, and now it's just lock them up.
But I would have done that. Hanging on the garage, it's a gate. It's a gate door, and y'all just holding on to the gate door as it goes up, and then jumping down so you won't clip your hands. That doesn't sound like a fun activity to me.
Were these boys?
Yes.
Okay.
Which I know.
You just answered the question. This is why you would do it.
Okay. Well,
You're smarter than us, Boogie.
Yeah. And that's another, I definitely saw this. I'm like, in a way, some 12-year-old girls would be like, yeah, I'm into this. Let's do it. In a way. In a way.
Exactly. This is why y'all live longer than us. This is you're seeing it. You're seeing it full circle. You're just like,
it really is.
They really are just dumb.
And they thought it was a good idea. And they kept doing it. I was like, oh.
I mean, okay. Would you rather have them in the streets robbing and killing, or potentially losing their fingers on the gate?
I guess if they don't want their fingers, who am I to say otherwise? So
I mean, look, we have seen people live and not have all their fingers. Jason Pierre-Paul.
Yeah.
There's several shop teachers who have lost fingers and still had, careers.
All right. Well, I hope I don't see these kids ever again in my building, because they gonna definitely be like, Mom, that's the lady that
mean old lady. Old lady Brandenburg. They're gonna throw eggs at your car.
Oh, shit. God, I can't stand it. But it also just doubled down like, I can't. I don't need no kids.
So are you mad that you didn't step in soon? Where's the anger that you have, or I should say the disappointment in yourself? What are we?
I was disappointed in myself that I even said anything.
Oh, I mean, why would you be disappointed in that?
I'm
You
disappointed.
just wanted them to continue to have fun?
I mean, at this point, I feel like the car honked them and was like, "Hey, get the hell out the way," and they still didn't get out the way. What do I look like being like, now y'all know y'all not supposed to be doing that? Like,
Okay, you
it,
know what? I think it is. My bad. Go
yeah.
ahead. Go ahead. Go
No,
ahead.
no, no. I'm just saying, it felt like I was robbing these kids from the excitement. They were creative, trying to have fun. What
Stealing
am I
their
looking
joy.
like? What'd you say?
Stealing their joy.
I
Old lady
know. That's
Brandy
what I'm
Bird.
saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I was disappointed in myself. Was it that? Was it that serious and necessary? Because if the garage door broke, then
I
it broke.
mean, okay, technically, okay, two things. I know why you kind of feel that way. I think you feel that way because they challenged you a little bit. I think that's why. Like, if y'all hadn't locked eyes and hadn't
Yeah,
been, I think that's why you're
yeah,
kind of indifferent about it.
yeah.
Also, you're still level-headed enough to be like, hey man, like, why don't y'all go jump off them little pillars over there in the
Right.
garage versus
Yeah,
the garage door where cars are coming and you can get clipped. Like, so I get, like, you could have fun, play down here,
yeah.
just don't play on this door, because you know what's gonna happen if that garage door breaks. Then all the residents gonna get an email,
Yep.
and it's gonna be like, you can't go through the garage, we fixing it. Then people gonna
Mm-hmm.
come in there and could potentially rob your cars and all that type of stuff. So
Yep.
you just thinking like an adult. That's what it is. That's what it is. We're on that cusp of the fun being sucked out of us. That's what it is. I
That's
think
what it is, and I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose my adolescence because of the fact that I want to be responsible.
that last little glimmer of hope. I can see it in your eye, Boogie. Don't lose it. Don't
Yeah,
lose
I'm
it.
trying not to. So yeah, that's why I was like, it. That's why I said it was a little mini grind. Partly because, first of all, why are y'all out here by your damn self? But I get it because I was that age and I was out, but I was also a fucking 6 feet ass 13-year-old.
Yeah, you was dunking on niggas. You
So,
you was at the open run.
so things were a little different. You know what I'm saying?
And you also grew up in Chicago, where you
Yeah,
had like one of the best downtowns ever. You had shit you could do.
exactly. And
Philadelphia.
yeah, I was actually in parks and shit. Like there are parks in neighborhoods. Not to say there aren't parks in Philly, but
It's probably
they
nothing you
parks a
want to go
little
to.
raggedy.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Probably none you want to go to.
I'm
Well, you
just
know
like
what?
that. Yeah.
I'm still proud of you for being semi-responsible, but also being the get off my lawn guy.
That's how I felt.
I'm
And
proud
I
of
was
you.
like, yuck.
Not yet. I'm not even 40 yet.
Yeah. Don't age me, my guy. Get off me.
Oh man, yeah. Those
So,
kids are definitely going to curse you out. They got on their Twitch
yeah.
and they were like, "Yo, some old lady cussed us out in the garage today."
Because it's
You know.
only a handful of us in this motherfucking building. So I know when they see me, they're going to be like, yep, that's her.
They'd be like, "Oh man, wait, were they skin folk or?"
Oh, yeah.
Oh
They
yeah,
definitely stared me down. And I was
you
like,
got called all types of
this
black.
black bitch. Because
You got called.
they cursing at that age, practicing and
Yes,
shit. So.
you got called everything on
And
the
this
Twitch.
black, tall ass, lanky ass, old ass,
This giraffe
grandma ass.
ass. This Candace Parker ass.
Right. Yeah, this was,
Yeah,
yeah,
they definitely. But you know
yeah,
what? I feel like everybody needs that though. Everybody, you know what though? This is coming from someone because you're in an apartment.
yeah,
Imagine our homies that have homes.
yeah,
Them niggas are really cranky. Like if you think them niggas are
yeah,
really get off my lawn.
yeah.
So, but I think once you actually own something, you have the right to do that. Like you can officially be like,
That's
yo,
fair.
like it is what it is.
All right.
But anyways, keeping things rolling. Boogie. It's tired of the
Yes.
people who are doing dope things in the community.
I'm tipping my hat.
Who you tipping to this week?
My tipping is going to Tremel Tillman. Tremel Tillman. He has become the first Black man to win an Emmy in Best Supporting Actor in a Drama Series, Severance. If you haven't watched Severance, go ahead and catch up. It's on its little lull break right now because they're about to jump in to film the new season. My God, what a series! This is a very good show. Um, what's his name? Ben Stiller. He's directed and produced a lot of the episodes, but Tremel Tillman has got to be the standout, one of the standout actors from this show. The show's doing great. Shout out to him. He had a hell of a acceptance speech. Sad
Man,
again
did
that we
he?
have to celebrate the first in 2025, but that's where we're at. So
Yeah, at this point, I kind of expected it's just like, oh, the first again, huh?
huh?
You don't say.
Who knew?
That speech was phenomenal, though.
Yeah.
And now all of us can't thank our mamas like that. Thank you, brother, for, stealing one of the greatest. I want to thank my mamas ever. Now, like that, that
Yeah.
speech was
It was great.
dope. Putting the pressure on all of us. So now the rest of our
Not
mamas
me.
is like, now when you get up there, you better thank me the same way.
No pressure on my end. I'm gonna be like, love you, Mom. Thanks.
We gonna run through it. She's like, and God, Mom, and that's it.
Keep it real cute, simple.
I'm gonna get up there. I'm gonna thank everybody. I'm gonna thank my haters. I mean, I ain't got many, but I'm gonna be like, hey, you bitch ass niggas.
Oh
I
my
don't think
God.
you can say that, but I'm gonna be like, hey, you know what? I thought about that last night, and I was like,
censor you.
I might not ever make it up here on this stage ever again. So I'm gonna let y'all have it. Bleep, 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 bleep.
No.
Thank y'all. Good night.
No.
Oh,
my acceptance
man.
speech will be nice, short, and sweet, because the people that know. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna just jump it. I'm gonna just say it real concise and keep it cute. You know what I mean?
No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna embarrass myself or my family. It's just gonna be like, oh, thank everybody, thank God, and it must be it.
Yep.
Like, know who you are in the everybody. Like, why do people have to get up there and just run down the list? Like,
John,
you know who you
Jacob,
are.
Jingle, Heimer,
Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego. It's like, what are we doing here? It's like, come on, dog. It's
I don't need
like,
all that.
Anyways, but
Who you got for your tipping?
I am tipping to the students at Tennessee State University, TSU. I'm sure a lot of you seen there was a racist group of individuals that went on the campus trying to provoke, incite, start a war. Air quotes when I say war. You know what it is at this point when what do we call them? When conservative groups are going on campuses now to set up white tables and poster cards for debate. They're not really there to debate. They're really there to just stir up shit. Because why else would a white conservative group wearing Make America Great Again hats go to a historically black college or university outside of to incite, BS? And I'm glad that my fellow skin folks did not take the bait.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are seeing things online where it's like, I expected them to act this way. Let's defund the blah, blah, blah. Don't fall for that bullshit either.
Yeah.
People on the other side, they know that the bait wasn't taken either. Because at this point, what are we doing? Anybody got time to sit up here and debate with racists about why we deserve to exist or anything? You know what you're doing. And shout out to them for not putting hands on them, because I know you wanted to.
Yeah.
Like, we all know you wanted to. So again, shout out to y'all for walking them off of that campus. Shout out to the university for also issuing a dope statement backing their students. I think HBCUs everywhere, just beef up your security. Students stick together, do what y'all got to do. So kudos to y'all.
Yeah, kudos to them. I think now, all of this inciting and just people really coming out of their shell and their body to get a reaction. The fact that the students were smart enough, like, just to remind themselves that anything that they do will affect them, their education,
Yep.
their standpoint right then and there. And, to take that type of reflection takes maturity. And, it probably won't happen if it was the other way around, but
Definitely wouldn't.
shout out to them for just really understanding the necessity of having to stay in school in order for them to build that legacy and education for them to continue on to really push um, the agenda and really fight for the people overall. So
You know what it is? I think some of them are just so upset that black people are just not angry, just not you're not taking the bait in that regard.
Yeah.
It's like so many of them are just going in spaces trying, and it's just like,
Yeah,
hey, look, bro, I ain't got time for this. As long as you don't put your hands on us,
that's all that matters. You can
like, whatever,
invoke,
dog.
you can try and invoke whatever you want to, and we're smarter than that. And this has been going on for years. So
Yeah. So it's just like, hey man, you just making yourself look stupid. And it's just like, hey man, I do not care. Just like, look, just stay over there with your bullshit, man. Just stay over there. Anyways, it's time to keep this thing rolling. But again, you know what time it is? Time for news you can or cannot use. But up first, before we get to the topics, let's get to the rest in power. A couple days ago, we lost. Actually, I don't want to say we lost. I will say the
an
upper
ancestor.
room. Yes, the upper room, the ancestral planes gained an ancestor, Asada Shakur, went on to be with the other ancestor. She was a member of the Black Liberation Army.
Yes.
She was in a couple of them shootouts and them things on the New Jersey Turnpike.
Yep.
She did a little bit of time, made her escape all the way out to Cuba.
Wow.
U.S. government was like, yo, bring her back and bring a couple other people back and we'll get rid of this embargo act that we got against y'all. And Cuba was like, hell no, we ain't giving Asada back. She is for the people and she is free. And she died free. Go out and get her autobiography. It is dope. I think everybody should have that. Get it while you can, because like taking books and all these things away.
They are.
But may she rest in power.
I'm always curious for people that are in asylum. Can they travel? No, right?
I don't think so, because I feel like if you're going to countries where they have like extradition, they probably would.
Yeah.
They probably got she was still on the most wanted list.
Yeah, she was. I was gonna say she was. So she probably, if she was traveling, she was probably traveling, in crates and barrels and
she was
whatnot,
like
just to free
hiding. They had I think it was up to 2 million.
Oh,
is what the reward was.
Yeah, back then
for her.
Yeah.
New Jersey
did she learn Spanish being out there?
I'm not certain, but I'm sure that
Cuba,
that you probably do pick up the language. She was there for quite some time, but they do speak English.
I know.
Cuba,
yeah.
So
no, they do.
I'm sure she probably black.
Yikes! Yikes!
I keyed. But may she rest in power.
Absolutely.
Boogie! We got a couple updates here. We did report on this story. There was a woman on the street. She got punched in her shit.
Mollywalked.
For asking some questions and having some controversial stances. Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg's office decided not to press charges against the woman. So there's that. You guys can go and look at both of their timelines. One is celebrating and the other is, we're gonna keep fighting this. You know who they are.
Yikes.
Another update that we have for you. We also reported on this story back in 2016. A woman won 42 of them things, 42 million of them things when a machine was kind of faulty in the casino. Offered her a steak dinner. She said, hell no, I ain't taking no steak dinner. I'm gonna sue you guys. That lawsuit has officially been settled. She walked away with $2.25 million.
I'm just glad she took a picture. That
Yeah,
right there,
exactly.
that picture is worth that 2.2 because she was
Exactly.
fighting. Because I would have fought too. Like, not on my watch.
Because I read up on the story. They were trying to say she wasn't on the camera. They were, because you know what happens. They was scrubbing that tape. What? We didn't see you. You're not at the machine. So I'm glad she took a photo as well. A lot of people were like, "That's not enough. They could have gave out 42." Blah blah blah. I was like, "Yo, she didn't have anything."
Right.
And walked
Let's
away with
yeah.
2.25.
I was gonna say let's actually focus on what happened here.
For a faulty machine. I've never heard of anyone winning $42 million or a high
Right.
$1 million amount on a slot machine. So
Yeah.
I'll take the 2.25 and call
In
it a
a
day.
heartbeat. Okay. And I
Even
hope they pay
after
for her legal fees.
yeah, legal fees. I'll say even after legal fees, if they don't pay for it, that 30%, she's still walking away with more than what she had.
Yeah.
So it's just like
a win to
right.
me. It's a win to me.
A win-win. All right. First topic on News Can on Can 9 years. A lot of people heard that Jimmy Kimmel was pulled in.
Yes.
Definitely. Well, now, Boogie, he is back.
He has returned.
I did see that Sinclair Nexstar also said that they were putting him back on. How'd you feel about him being pulled off? Or did you watch when he came back? Did you watch the monologue?
Thoughts about him being pulled off. I was surprised. I will say, just because a white man being pulled for expressing his opinion, now that's something I did not expect. Anybody else? Yeah. But white male?
It's pretty rare.
That is a rare occasion. I have to be quite honest. But yeah, those things need to happen in order for us to really wake up and understand what's happening right now in America. Thoughts about him being put back after deliberating and negotiating a time back, and now I'm hearing that all the affiliates have returned back to airing his show. Yeah, that's what happens when one person decides, hey, we're pulling all of my money from Disney. And they thought it wasn't going to be effective. People weren't going to jump to it. And turns out, Disney, you are wrong.
People said we're standing with the white man.
Standing on business. Did I watch the monologue? That is a negatory, because I've been seeing a lot of people on social media that really mirrored my sentiments. We found out that Jimmy Kimmel is back on, and now I can continue on not watching Jimmy Kimmel. So that is where I'm at. So
he said, I can breathe again.
Yeah. Did you watch the monologue?
Yeah, I did. So in regards to, how I felt about it, I will say this: I don't think anyone should be pulled for their opinions, especially when it's an opinion like that. He didn't say anything that warranted that. Now there are some things on these late night shows I was like, you probably could have been pulled for that, but this wasn't. This wasn't that. This was just a couple of people who were butthurt. I just call it what it is. Who can't take a joke. And my thing, I've said it before, I'll say it again. If you don't like what's on the late nights of the NBCs, the ABCs, blah, 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 you have Fox News. Why don't you guys, instead of running news all goddamn night, why don't you put up some of these right-leaning comics? You got the Tony Hinchcliffe. You got those folks who you can put up and let them run a late night show. And you can say all the stuff you want to say about the other side. But you know what? You guys aren't that creative. That's why you guys didn't come up with anything like that. You all you do is sit online and be upset because the real creatives are on the other side. That's just what it is. Um, in regards to the monologue, it was long as shit. I did
Oh,
watch it.
really?
I think it was like 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes.
Yikes.
I think it was performative as fuck in a lot of areas. He was
Mm.
crying. And when I say crying, I think them tears were forced. It just was like, and I know a lot of people were like, well, this is what we needed. I was like, he didn't even go hard enough because I think a lot of people are stupid. If he can be pulled that quick, it's gonna happen again. You're like, come on, they've already set that precedence that we've pulled you before. So now you really have to walk on these eggshells. Why would I want to come back and
That's what I
work
don't
for and be
understand.
around a
Yeah.
company like this?
Yeah.
Because he can take that whole show, go to Netflix, and
Yeah.
y'all be, or wherever you want to go, and you will be okay. I feel like he definitely tap danced and did not go hard enough. Um, which is disheartening to a degree, but I
Yeah.
also understand some of the plays that go into that. I'm just like, nah, man, you can't try to
Maybe he's
silence
playing.
me.
Maybe he's playing chess. Maybe he has something up his sleeve.
I mean, he might. I just would be like, I don't know, it's weird. And for a lot of people who canceled Disney, now you guys are gonna go back and the prices are being raised. I'm like, come on, y'all. You can't boycott for a couple of days. They loses
Right.
like $3 billion, $6 billion, however much, and then be like,
And then go back.
okay, Jimmy got his job back. Let's go back. So they're gonna keep doing these things. If you're
Yeah.
going to actually want to, you gotta actually really stick it to them.
I agree. Once only murders in the building is over, I will cancel my
It's
like I
like,
normally do. I always do that. Like I never keep a streaming service on for a consistent amount of time, except for like YouTube TV. That's it.
I mean, they've already said the price is gonna go up in October, and I was like, look, bro, Hulu did y'all not worth $25, bro? Like
Whoa.
y'all just not. Like Disney's not even putting enough stuff on there to where I'm just like, nah, I'm good, man. Like, I'm about to cancel this shit and move
Yeah.
on. And again, people are like, are you canceling for Jimmy? I was like, no. I was like, I'm old enough to remember when Jimmy Kimmel did blackface. He did Karl
Yep.
Malone. So I'm not going up for Jimmy. I mean, he could apologize. He can have all the black friends. He could be hanging out with Quincy, all these motherfuckers. I don't care. This is my. I'm not doing it. If I were to say I'm going to cancel it, it would be more so the stance of I'm a comic
Yeah.
and I don't believe comics should be silenced in that regard. That would be the only way I would do it. But I'm not doing it for no goddamn Jimmy Kimmel. It's more so a pricing thing for me, but it's the principle, Boogie. Next topic. Gotta catch 'em all. It's not what Pokemon meant when they.
Yikes.
It is, but it isn't. The song for Pokemon was used in a Homeland Security video for ice raids. It was sweeping the internet. It was one of those things where it was funny, but it wasn't funny. It was funny in the sense of like, where the hell are we at? Like,
Yeah.
what timeline are
Yeah.
we on
Yeah.
to where fucking Pokemon's intro, which arguably one of the best goddamn intro songs, theme songs ever, could be used
It's a good one.
to round up people in ice raids. Like, it is fucking insane. So much that Pokemon responded and was like, yo, nah, like we didn't authorize this at all. How dare y'all use Ash Ketchum and Pikachu for y'all's bullshit?
Yikes.
How do you feel about this?
Yeah, I'm with you. I honestly feel like we are in another realm. This does not feel like real world. You know what I mean? The real world. It really doesn't. Like every time, just overall, every time we're on the internet, every time I'm on a screen, I'm watching something, you hear the news, any and everything that we have thought would not happen has happened.
Yep.
You know, we watch Simpson and everyone's all surprised and how they're predicting the what's happening next during this time. At this point, I just feel like the powers that be are out here like, let's see what else we can do. What are the things that we haven't done that we can do now? And the fact that it's a small few people, the one percenters that are really controlling the ins and outs of the world, and we're just minions in here just trying to survive and trying to make the best out of this world, has really got me on cloud nine. That's just like, I there is no more surprises for me. It's almost like I'm in second player one or whatever, where I'm in a first player game, and or we're at the metaverse and shit is just happening where I'm just like, what the heck? And this is not even a high rant. It's more so like, the world has become such a fantasy that I don't expect. I don't expect us to go back to any type of normalcy. So
No, that makes 1,000% sense. You know what it is? If you're one of those people that believes in like multiverses, other worlds,
yeah,
like whoever is on Earth like 3025,
yeah,
if they can have the ability to look in and see, they're like, God damn, Nate and Boogie on Earth 20, they are
yeah,
really going through it, and we got to
yeah,
make sure we don't have that bullshit on our Earth over here.
yeah.
Because it makes no sense, and it's just like, also, who the hell's running the Homeland Security social media page? Like,
Uh,
because they've been releasing some tweets and some stuff, and it's like, yo, y'all are some deviants. Y'all are evil, like evil to the point where it's just like, who even thinks of that? It's just like, oh, we're rounding them up. You know what? Pokemon, that theme song, that fits. Like, what are we doing here?
we're so unserious that it's getting serious.
Yeah. And it's just like, yo, then people are like, anime is not political. And I was like, you guys clearly don't watch anime, because there's always politics in anime. So you just think aliens from space are coming down and they fighting worlds and taking over stuff, and that's not political? Come on,
Wake
man.
up!
Where's my Kofi? You know? But it's just like, yo, cut this out. And also, Pokemon's theme song is one of the greatest theme songs ever. It's just like, did they have black people? Who sung? I gotta look up who's singing that. I feel like a black person wrote that and was like, all right, now y'all go and tune it up. Like, I don't know. It's amazing. Like, we all know that song too.
Yeah, I was gonna say a lot of successful shows really do have banger intro songs.
They do. Did you watch the Pokemon as a youth? Were you
I
a
did.
Pokemon or Digimon? Which one were you?
I watched Pokemon. I watched Digimon a little bit, but just couldn't keep up with it. You know, just being honest, that's just what it was. Dragon Ball Z was on, you know, as well. It was just a lot happening, and then I had to question which route I wanted to go as a you know, a youth.
Sports.
Is it, you know what I mean? Is this who I want to be? Do I want to be with those people? Yeah, I see. I ain't want to say all that. I just said with those people.
Boogie, you could, you know what? Your young self couldn't see where Blerdom is at now. None of us could. You know, honestly, if we could have just looked, we could have peeked a little bit into the future. Yeah. Some of us might have leaned into it way sooner. It would have been, because you know, a lot of the cool niggas, they was still
trying to
at
follow
home.
Everybody though.
Some of them cool niggas was at home still watching Digimon. They was watching anime. Yeah, like, they just was like not telling niggas because they was cool.
Not sharing. Nah, I ain't watching that shit. Not over here.
It's like, man, fuck them Pokemons, nigga.
Where them ass and titties at?
Oh, you over there collecting Squirtle cards and shit, nigga. You know about Charizard, nigga. Oh man. there was a video, like most on the internet, that had us questioning ourselves, being like, huh? Also wanting to, pull black cards and everything. And also, who the hell's Barry Washington? Boogie, do we have a video? Let's roll that beautiful bean footage while I pull this up.
There's a G. Oh no!
Oh, don't you
I like
do
to
it.
try to solve the puzzle.
Okay.
Ooh, you look confused.
Barry Washington.
No.
Yikes.
Kerry Washington.
Yeah, Kerry
Of course,
Washington.
he just jumped up and said what he had to say.
And it was one of those things where I saw the video like most of us, and it was like, what the hell? What the heliante? What is going on here?
Yeah.
Was this your first time seeing this video?
This was my first time seeing the video. When I saw it, I was like, Kerry Washington.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So what was okay? So now that you've seen this, you knew what the answer was.
Yeah, and what was the subject? I didn't see where it says.
I'm
says famous
assuming
person?
it was. Let me see what it says here. It actually didn't say, but I'm assuming it was famous person or entertainer, but it doesn't say.
Okay.
So now that you've actually seen this, now how are you feeling? Does the black card stay? What's your
people? Okay, when especially in the black community,
yes,
we have to separate and understand that our almanac, our repertoire,
I like that.
Our Rolodex is very, very widespread. So this woman, I saw the video, her face was confused. She was like, where am I going through? And she was rolling through her Rolodex. And, different cultures have different, references and whatnot. But you're on Wheel of Fortune. In my head, I would have been like, I'm on Wheel of Fortune. So my nigga black Rolodex might not be where they're leaning towards. Let me go to the pop culture of where a lot of the writers and the brains in the writer's room.
Yep.
Where their head is. You have to think like the people that are making these puzzles for you. You can't put your brain in that motherfucker.
Yeah, it's like on Family Feud when they're like, we surveyed 10 people.
Right.
They're not surveying black people.
No, they're not surveying us. They are not looking for us for those responses. So we have to remind ourselves, hey, let's go ahead and code switch. Bring that brain. Go ahead and go to that other encyclopedia. Go to that chapter where it's all about, the mainstream, quote unquote mainstream, and find the answer from there. That's all she did. She was like, oh, I know this. Because when she saw it, she referenced, in her brain, she was like, oh, could it be? Do these niggas know who Barry Washington is? That's really what I saw on her face.
You know what? I agree with you. I am agreeing with you. But the Negro delegation, Jamel Hill, size and Negro disapproval. Damn, at Kerry Washington, it be your own people. Another person. Now, who the hell is Barry Washington? The only Barry we know is Gordy. Slowly yanking her card.
That's the only Barry you know? What about Barry White?
Yeah, I was gonna say Barry White. Only Barry Sanders. I'm trying to think. Who else?
Granted, Barry White and Barry Sanders, they spell it Barry and not Berry.
That's true too. Okay. Yeah. Also, Barry is like an outdated name. It ain't a whole lot of young Barrys out here.
I was gonna say that's an old ass name.
Yeah, we need to bring some of them names back.
Nah.
But he's like, nah. So there is an update.
Okay.
So we can determine now if the black card should stay. So she reached out. She says, "Hi, Miss Hill. Thank you for posting my Wheel of Fortune episode. My people are eating me up in the comments. Laugh face emoji.
Yeah.
They have revoked my black card. Cry face emoji.
Mhm.
Barry Washington was a black man lynched in the South for killing a white man that actually attacked two young girls many years ago. Much respect to Kerry Washington. I don't watch much TV, but I read books. Hand praying emoji.
Oh God.
Much love and gratitude for your share. Hand praying emoji. Have a great week. Hug emoji." Then Jamel says, "I appreciate your explanation and will pose. Is it okay with you?
Mhm.
Though you know that the Wheel of Fortune wasn't thinking that deeply, laugh face emoji. And now because of you, a lot of people will Google Barry Washington."
Yeah.
So then Jamel went on to post an update and blah, blah, blah. And, told us all to go Google Barry Washington.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go look up some books on the good Barry Washington. How do you feel? Does the black card still need to be revoked? Do you give it back? Is it on how do we
It's
feel?
on hold.
Okay.
I think it's still on hold because yes, I understand she is a very well-read, avid reader. But you on Wheel of Fortune.
That's
If
very
you don't
true.
watch TV, then what the hell you doing on Wheel of Fortune? I
That's
read
also
all
true
the
too.
I read a lot. I read books. That's cool. But you on a game show.
Yeah, that was the one. You're making some valid points where it's just like, yeah, why are you on a game show and you read books? Like, also maybe you shouldn't be on a trivia game show. Maybe you should be on like
Yeah.
Wheel of Fortune. Not Wheel of Fortune. You should be on like Price is Right. Maybe you should be on like
Mm.
one of those types of shows.
Brainiac game.
But also I had a couple questions too. I was like, when the hell did Ryan Seacrest become the host of Wheel of Fortune? I was like,
you
where are
late.
we at here?
You late, my man.
I was like, where's Pat at? What happened to Pat? Like,
Pat retired. Pat said, "Hey man,
I said, fuck this goddamn wheel."
I did too many damn shows." And they film multiple shows in a day too. So he was like, "I need my life back. Let me take this toupee off and let me really lean into my life."
Pat, like, I done gave y'all 30 plus years.
Yeah. And Vanna White was like, "Not me. Let's go."
Yeah, I was gonna say Vanna's still up there clicking
Yeah.
that screen. It was like, all right,
I mean,
was
all
like,
she's
hey, do what
doing
you
is
do.
showing some legs and walking and tapping. That's all she's doing.
No, I definitely feel that way. My bad.
Yeah.
One of my homies was like hitting me up, like, I'm downtown. What do I do for tailgate? I was like, nigga, you ain't buying no tailgate tickets.
Yikes.
You gonna be walking around.
That's crazy.
Oh man. But yeah, I mean, hey, let's not be so hard on the skin folk, because she tried. Look, a lot of y'all have said some dumbass answers too when it comes to some trivia. Now, don't act like she the only person that has said some dumb stuff. We had the lady on Family Feud that said pork you pine when he talked about what's a pork dish. So cut it out. Like,
pork and beans.
like, let's not act like that hasn't happened before. So, you know what, Boogie? Some might say she was a nigga that was tripping. Let's get to, you see what I did there? You see what I did there? Let's get to y'all niggas tripping.
Yikes. My you niggas are tripping has got to go to Billy Blank's creative director,
Mr. Typo,
as well as all the other creatives out there, art directors, all of y'all, people that feel the need to post pictures like this. Billy Blanks just recently released a Christian rap album today. Good job for him. Congratulations. But I will say, the socials at first, looking at the album cover, would hint that Billy would hit that Billy Blanks, it appears as
Yes.
if Billy Blanks has gone to the pearly gates.
Went
Why?
on to the Tybo in the sky.
Why are we still doing pictures and flyers of this nature? Y'all need to stop it. Y'all really do need to stop it. A lot of social media pages do this a lot when they want to post something about a celebrity that's done something, and yet they post pictures of just their face and their name. And as a patron that's just looking at those pages, it appears my first thought is, God damn it, another one bites the dust. We got another one. You know what I mean? Like, let's be
I
careful.
mean, he is like 73 too, so I can see why your thought process went there. So
yeah, I just want us to be a little careful how we are presenting our art, our pieces out there to the masses, because if no one's taking the time to read and really understand what we're looking at here, first glance, I'd be like, damn, isn't that time Billy Blanks is no longer here with us?
it's a lot going on too. He looks like he has like one of those like Scully brim type of hat things on. It's like, what are we doing here? What are we doing?
Yeah, and if it also looks like he's doing a self-help book, because he's out looking in reflection as well. So
Life after Tybo.
Yeah, we need to do a little better. That's all I'm asking. Can we do a little bit better with the direction of what we're doing for art, as far as posting albums, pictures? When we see those faces on those T-shirts that's spray painted, we know what those mean. But I'm seeing it in real life, in real time on social media, and it's a ad to go to a party or a venue opening. Like, those are really screwing up my brain, because I would just identify it as somebody has passed.
This nigga dead, y'all.
So let's do better, y'all, because y'all tripping with these.
Oh, that and when someone does pass away, can y'all niggas stop putting them wings on them niggas and making them
God,
go to the sky? Can y'all stop that? Because I'm just like, one, I know it's a sad emotional time,
yes,
but I'm gonna laugh every time because it's so fake. Like, it's so fake, and I'm trying to be respectful, but I can't. And it's just like, instead of them playing that and I'm missing you, no, y'all niggas want to be this nigga dead, y'all. And it's like, yo, who's not gonna not laugh to that song? Like, what are we doing here? Are we supposed to like, come on, cut it out? And also, who said Billy Blanks rapping at 73? What? Like, I'm not saying you stick to Tybo. I'm never gonna tell niggas stick to what you do. But why at 73? Why? What possessed you to wake up one day and be like, you know what? I done it all. At 73, I want to release a gospel rap album. I just want to know what be on niggas' mentals when they just wake up and just do stuff like this.
I think he was like, why not?
I mean, yes, Boogie. I guess you could also say that, but it's also just like, why not give us another Tybo or something? Why not do that?
He's Tybo'd all he could Tybo. He still looks great now. I seen his videos. I see his videos. I think when it comes down to it, I think this is my thought process, he's gonna incorporate his Christian rap into his Tybo.
I can see that. I mean, I think it's, yeah. I'm not listening to it.
To the Lord, to the Lord, Jesus.
I could definitely, you know what? I can see that. He's gonna do numbers. Tyler Perry and him he gonna have Medea out here. They're gonna link. It's gonna be a whole thing.
Jesus is our savior. Jesus.
I remember, when Billy Blanks was that nigga, because Billy Blanks was in every black person's household.
I was about to say, don't get it.
Every black person had at least one Billy Blanks tape, or it was lent to you from your granny or something. So everybody had Billy Blanks in their household.
Yeah.
Funniest Billy Blanks line also was when Nas was on Ether and he called Jay-Z a Thai boho. You know, I was like, that is hilarious.
Yikes.
36 in the karate class. You Thai
All right.
boho.
Who you got for your niggas is tripping?
My young niggas is tripping, which I want to laugh, but you can't laugh. I mean, you can't laugh because I saw this video and I was like, what the hell is going on? Like, in football, people get pancaked all the time, but not like this, man. This was crazy.
It was hard to watch. I'm not gonna lie.
It was a Michigan high school.
To the west side of the state now, where a junior varsity football player is seriously injured, and how it happened has led to outrage. It happened last week in a game between Lakeshore High School and Kalamazoo Central, and it looked more like professional wrestling than football. Francesca Onofrio spoke to the injured player's mother.
Oh, to the mother.
This video may be disturbing to some.
Yikes.
You can see the moment the player wearing number 73, who plays for Kalamazoo Central,
And he said,
jumps
take
on
another
the
one.
Lakeshore player. The video was taken by Mims, recounting her
terrible.
reaction after seeing her son was injured.
First was like, is that my son? And as soon as it clicked that it was, I couldn't be stopped. I had to go down there. I've never felt anything like it. I've never been as upset or shaken up as I was over something for my son.
Her son was brought to the hospital where they found he has a broken spine in 2 places. He was released from the hospital and is now recovering at home.
He's out at least for this season. We don't know if he's going to be able to play again. He should and will make a full recovery.
While the varsity teams are scheduled to face off again tonight, Mims wants to raise awareness.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's just like I watched that video several times and I was just like, why?
Yeah.
Why? Like, what will possess you to do? You already had him down. You already pancaked, bro. There was no need to do that. And I don't think I've ever seen that. I mean, you see guys get after it, do a little bit of extraness, but not to that degree. And it's like, bro, you knew goddamn well, dog. You just straight up belly flopped on that man, bro.
Yeah.
Like, cut it out, dog. Like, yeah, and they didn't say what the exact punishment was, but they said it was strong. I'm sure Buddy was running, doing all types of up downs.
Yeah.
And he's probably not on the team anymore. And I'm 1000% okay with him not being on the team.
Yeah.
Because you're out here doing shit that you know you shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
And that is one of those things, bro. Like, come on, dog. Like, it's not a football play. It's not a football play.
This goes pretty much along the line of what I was saying earlier about those 2 tweeners doing stuff because they have nothing else to do, and it's really disheartening to see kids mess up their lives and mess up another child life because they do something that they thought was fun or funny, just for the sake of it. And we just gotta we really do need to teach our kids to really understand and respect other people, even if you're playing a contact sport. Those type of moves are just not necessary in the line of what they're doing right now. So
what if he called him a nigger? I don't think that's what happened. I'm just
These are jokes, people. These are jokes. I know. I'm just saying, like, a good tackle, which he did originally, and tell your damn coach, like, hey, my man, this dude just called me the N-word. Like, you know what I mean? Like, again, he thought it was funny when he pancaked. Oh boy, he thought it was funny. Like, and I'm about to sit on your ass real quick. But things caught up to him real quick. Hey man, get up. Why you not getting up?
I mean, if anything, he could have just, if you were gonna do that, you could have just laid with your weight on. You didn't have to. You could. I'm swimming. I'm swimming. I'm swimming. You could have just did. You ain't have to belly flop, bro.
That's a big dude. So yeah. And the fact that he thought it was cool to put all of his weight on another big dude.
Folks are saying they would press charge if that was their child. Where do you lean on?
That's hard to say. That's really hard to say because I know one thing: his parents gonna pay for all his medical.
Yeah, there's got to be some. Well, insurance. It'll probably be the school.
Yeah,
the school will probably
insurance only.
take that hit.
Yeah, I was gonna say they can only do so much insurance
But,
and whatnot.
yeah.
But hopefully, hopefully the school got money. So.
Oh, that school does. That school has.
Oh, it does?
There would definitely be a nice little attorneys would be like, yeah, go ahead and run this coin up for my boy. Yeah, just do better. Just do better, man. Come on, bro. I can tell you what, you're not gonna be playing anymore this season. You did it to yourself. You probably won't be playing anymore for the rest of your career, dog. Because you just
better transfer schools, motherfucker.
Yeah, go down south. Anyways, let's get to the final topic, and we'll be right back.
It's the final topic. It's the final topic.
Bless you, Boogie.
Thank you.
The final topic. It sounds like something that the students would do, but no, this was done by the teacher. Teacher was arrested for spraying poop smell in the school for weeks, causing $55,000 worth of damage and health complaints from students and staff. So authorities in South Carolina say a high school teaching assistant has been arrested for repeatedly spraying foul-smelling substance inside of a school building, causing health complaints and $1,000 worth of damage. It says Alexander Paul Robinson Lewis, goddamn, 32 years old, is accused of using a chemical poop spray at West Florence High School between August 25th and September 19th of this year. Investigators allege Lewis intentionally sprayed the product on multiple occasions, leaving behind an odor so overwhelming that it set off a string of problems for both students and staff. The Florence County Sheriff's Department reported that the smell triggered headaches, nausea, dizziness, and even respiratory issues for those inside the school. Some students reportedly needed medical attention. The district also faced steep financial consequences. So officials said the odor infiltrated the school's HVAC system, forcing extensive inspections, air quality testing, and repairs to the air conditioning system that totaled nearly 55,000 of them things. It says Lewis was arrested and charged for disturbing the schools as a non-student and a malicious injury to property exceeding $10,000. He was booked at the Florence County Detention Center on bond set over $9,000. Officials have not said what the motive was.
I was gonna ask
him to do this.
First of all, you're not even a real teacher. You a teacher assistant.
Yeah, like you're not even a sub. You're just an assistant.
So you done fucked up your future. Guys, we gotta know you gotta foresee the future before you do some fuck shit. I just don't understand. Why would you jeopardize? Because you probably spent some years trying to get your bachelor's. Then you gotta go into teaching. You gotta be a TA for a certain amount of time in order for you to get your certificate, and then you gotta be able to find a school that needs a teacher to get on their payroll, and now you done fucked it up.
You know what, Boogie? I like the way your thought process. I like the way you're thinking. I like what you're putting down.
Okay, all right.
I am going to say normally yes. I'm just looking at this gentleman's picture. I'm just looking at his picture. He looks like he would do something like this.
Something's up with him. Yeah.
He looks
chromosomes is a little off. Yeah.
He's 32. He looks like he's that guy that still goes back to campus at the old frat house who just doesn't know. He's 32. Just doesn't know how to just let go of the good old years. I don't think he ever went to school for a teaching certificate. I think because there's quite a shortage on teachers that teachers are leaving. We got teachers who are quitting because they got to pay for all the supplies. I think he was probably a former HVAC technician who probably wasn't that good at it. So he was like, I need something. So I gotta, you know, I know they're hiring, they're looking for subs, they're looking for teachers assistants, and they're like, hey, you don't even gotta have no certificate. We just need bodies. We just need someone just to watch.
Bodies on bodies. Gotcha.
So he went, he applied, he's like, I got HVAC experience, but you know, I've been around kids, so yeah, this is cool. I feel like them kids was whooping his ass, and he was like, yo, I don't have no PTO. I don't have any PTO. So kids stink, you know, kids be doing all types of stuff. Kids be shitting on themselves. It's a high school, smoke bombs or stink bombs. You know, they're what we did when back in our age, you know. So he was like, let me go buy some poop spray on Amazon. And since I used to be an HVAC tech, I know how to spray and get this through the whole system. You know, I'm gonna do it a couple times, but not too much. And he got carried away, and that's how he got caught.
Kind of funny that he didn't get affected, or maybe he wasn't affected by the poop smell, but the fact that there were other people, students as well, that had complications, and being able to dilly-dally around the school while you're smelling poop is, whew.
You know what it is, Boogie?
Yeah.
You know how like astronauts and stuff, they got to train before they go into space. He probably was like, I'm gonna just spray this in my own house. I'm gonna be immune to it. That's probably what it was. Also, I'm trying to figure out how did they know it was him? Were there cameras? I'm really trying to figure out how did he get caught? Like that's what I want to know.
They probably did a process of elimination. Like it was you. No, it wasn't.
It was go stand over the toilet and spray it into the vents.
Yeah.
Like I'm wondering how he did this. But also, yeah, I mean, it's one thing when it's just like one class is like, yo, smells like ass in here. But then just to imagine the whole goddamn school smelling like ass is just like, yo.
That's elite right there.
Hey, man. Buddy really wanted some PTO. That's what I'm going to say. If
somebody
I'm his lawyer,
get him to a doctor immediately.
Be like, he really needed some time off. But we've come to the end of another episode. 184 is in the camera, getting close to the 200s out here. Before we get up out of there, it's time for another butt fact. You know what you're saying? It's like, damn, Nate, are you high sometimes, but not as much as I need to be? Or it's like, god damn, Nate, you hit me with a gut punch. Here you go, Boogie. You know, as autumn and things are approaching, people are going out and they're hiking in the woods and in the jungles, all types of things, just exploring, just taking in all the colors. Just keep some catnip on you, because you never know. You never know, Boogie. A mountain lion might just jump out.
Oh, God.
A little lynx cat might jump out. A little panther might jump out. Sprinkle a little catnip out there and just be like, boom, here you go, little jungle kitty. Here's a little bit of this cat weed for you.
Yikes.
And you know, you'll be on your way. That is a nothing but fact. If you're hiking in the woods and or in the jungle, bring some catnip with you, because there might be some angry cats out there. Do with that what you will. What you got for the people's, Boogie?
I don't like that at all. I like what you said. That does not roll off the tongue well at all.
Hey man, you just never know. You never know what might happen out there.
Oh gosh. As always, don't forget to smash that bell to get notified as soon as our content drops, so you can get it immediately, and to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell that friend that this is your favorite late night podcast, and they should be listening to it as well.
Hey, Boogie said it all. I got notes for you outside of podcast.
And I'm Adrian Bradyberg.
And this is your favorite late night podcast. We sometimes shoot during the day. Late night with Nate and Adrian. We up out of here.
Bye, y'all.